Well, doing some restructuring of the shop. Um, I kind of lost track of. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and has always been for the last 20 years. Um, it's a lot, and I'm just one dude, and I realize it's like. But I had a beast of a mill that didn't want to give up on, and so now I'm restructuring the shop. Which the point of the video is kind of funny because I was literally the only person that knew this was a concept years ago. So we're talking, okay, I don't know. The 20-year mark is really messing with my head. Um, 20 years ago, I put this shop up, not in its whole entirety, just the main structure, and then I added to it as I could. Um, Digging stuff out of the dump, junk sheetrock, junk wood, studs for the walls. I mean, the list goes on. So the funny staple part is when I originally put this in, I was going to put a garage door there or a roll up door. And then realized even back 20 years ago, they were stupid expensive and still are expensive. But the funny part is like, I was telling my wife, um, she's been here the whole time. And I told her, I was like, well, I have this beast of a mill. It's a 1942 Kerner and Trekkie, uh, mill. And it's a beast. And I'm pretty sure I can save it and get her going. And when I have jigs built for it, for the table that I've built over the last few years. But that thing has been sitting out there for 2 years. So I figured, you know what, we're going to change some stuff around, and it was kind of funny. And I put this wall on on hinges back then because I had thought at one point, I was gonna have more equipment than I have, and I can get it back in there, and then at least I have a way to get it back in there. Didn't realize I'd run out of room, so to speak. But the main goal was I was gonna try for a hold on a second, we'll shut this off. There. Your little box fan, exhaust fans, they do pretty well. But I was always gonna do a seat and guy. I was wanting a Winona Van Norman seat and guy machine, um, and a few other things. Huh. Lo and behold, I basically built. I built my own seat and guy machine. Like 3-4 years, about 3 years ago, maybe. I don't know. I lose track. See, so in the whole grand scheme of things, a machine that I wanted very badly was a Bergmaster turret drill. Um, Gonna get that going as well. Fired up the flow bench. Yeah, it's just a guy. I'd done so much for so many other people in my life that, as far as side work's concerned, and I've just gotten to that point where it's all about me now, and I'm doing the best I can on the daily. I don't come home. I don't sit down. I just come out here and try to keep whittling away. But that's I've done that my whole life. The whole time that I've been doing this. So I guess the point of the video is just, yeah, I had a swing out wall. And basically, I'm going to probably. So I'd relocated a 4x4 CNC machine and an engine run stand that I did the carburetor business. That was a pretty big staple in that whole ensemble. And I relocated to a new location to where I could still use it on the fly. Open the door. It's just in a different location, different building, basically, which is like 10 foot away. So that being said, I'm trying to figure out. I had a big blast cabinet there, over right in that spot. had powder coat oven and all the powder coats sitting on shelves there. So I'm just trying to relocate some stuff, and I'll end up probably moving this wall out. Whatever foot pattern that I captured moving those machines out, which is probably at the minimum 4 foot. We're gonna use that to our advantage, to my advantage. I say our, but quite honestly, it's me. I do this stuff, and it is what it is. And yeah, it's sometimes it's lonely, but you realize you're a one man show, and everything that I set up, I have power equipment, have bolt on winches, and different locations of pulleys and standoffs, where I can put pulleys in. So that's what's going to happen with that mill. It would be on a pallet jack probably Saturday, be my guess. Just trying to clean her up the best I can thus far. Got to move the old girl out of the way. Probably move her out and show a light of day. That'll be nice. Take some pictures. Yeah. Got my wife's Trans Am. This car has been here for 20 years. Yeah, the 20-year mark, man. The 20 years marks this whole shop. There's just a lot of stuff in here that when you start to entertain that number and goals that you had once before, and then you didn't focus on it because you were working on everybody else's stuff. 20 years is a long time out of your life. And so if you're in that grand scheme of things, if you're doing work for people, I can't stress enough, you got to focus on yourself, man, because you know what? Life gets shorter every day, and 20 years, next thing you know, yeah, I put this thing up all by myself, other than the concrete, but holy crap, 20 years, man. 20 years. There's a lot of stuff out here that's been here for 20 years in my possession. So yeah, 20 years. I'm going to finally get the car built for my wife. Finally get that thing. Well, that thing's been here. That's been 10 years since that's been on the road. That's been out there for 2. So yeah, I'm rambling once again, but I think I got my point across. So probably I feel pretty good. Didn't cuss. Didn't get angry. So that being said, I think I'm going to post it to a couple platforms. So I was a good boy for once. Thanks.